Surrender. All right. All right, next comic on this stage is very funny. She performs all around Southern California. Give it up for Jessica Alameen.
All right, keep it going for yourselves, your hosts, and all the comics you've seen tonight. This is a hot crowd. I love that. You guys are good. What is it, Friday? It's Friday. Friday! Hell yeah, we made it. We did it. My name is Jessica. I am originally from San Antonio, Texas, which is fun. Thank you for the woo. Fun facts about San Antonio. It is known as Military Town, USA, and for only making Mexicans. That's the default setting there. Did you guys know that? I didn't realize there were other options until I left Texas. Because in San Antonio, we all grow up the same. We all grow up with the same Mexican upbringing, right? We have quinceañeras, we eat tacos, we don't know our dads. We all have that same upbringing. So, when I got to LA, someone told me they were Spanish, and I was like, that's the language. What are you talking about? What? So confused. Dude, I didn't realize people thought I was white until I got to LA. I got here, and I get it. I do look a little entitled, and I use words like skedaddle. I get it. I get the vibe, I know. But I got to LA, and people just started talking to me about their chakras. And I thought they said chanclas, babe. I was confused. I got invited to go to Pilates. I thought they said paletas. I was not dressed for that occasion. It was wild. Yeah, it blew my mind that people thought I was white, it clicked though when I met Mexicans from East LA, and then I was like, oh, I'm white, you're right. Lo siento, I am white. Sorry about that, sorry. It's confusing to me. I don't know, it makes it weird. I'm in a weird time in my life. I know a lot of the comics were talking about being single. I'm 34, I'm single. It's, fine, whatever. It's a fun season. But who is in a relationship? Y'all are in a relationship? Why do people in relationships forget how to talk to single people? They're like, oh my God, you pay rent by yourself? I could never, no. I'm like, what are you talking about? Jeez. I was talking to my girlfriends who have kids, they're back in Texas, little kids, and they were like, you know what, Jessica? You would love kids shows these days. I was like, no, I won't. No, I wouldn't. I was like, I know I'm the same size as your little man, but we don't have the same taste in shows. What? You would love. They're like, no, Miss Rachel and Bluey, they've got such good messages. You would really like it. I'm like, I don't. Could you imagine coming in my apartment and I have Miss Rachel on the TV, and I'm like, no, but it has good messages. I know where my nose is at. What? It's so stupid. And my friend too, she was like, you know what? Me and my husband watched Bluey, and at the end of it, we were like, we should go on a date. We were inspired. And I was like, way to brag about having a husband again. You're insensitive. It's so stupid too. My mom, she tries to help out. She tries to give me advice, And her advice is hey, Jessica, maybe go back to church. Maybe you'll meet someone at church. Exactly, girl. I'm like, no. It's I did grow up Catholic, so I will go on holy days of obligation, right? I'll go on Christmas and Easter and when I'm late for my period. Those are the days when I go. I pray, boyfriend or baby daddy, right? She's so dumb. And after that though, she was like, you know what? You're 34. Just settle. Just settle. I'm like, that's not great. She was like, just lower your expectation. And I was like, I did. His name was Junior. I thought I was doing that, I don't know. Stupid advice. And I do want to be in a relationship. I genuinely do, because I want a husband, kids, divorce. I want the whole thing. Me too, He's like, do it twice. Third time's a charm, right? No, I do. I want the whole thing. I want to meet somebody, fall in love, sleep in separate bedrooms. I want that, right? And for me, the dream, being able to feed my kids with an EBT card and live in a house where we leave the Christmas lights up all year round. That's the Mexican dream that I want. I'm trying to achieve that. But I don't know. It's weird. I want the relationship, but it's scary. It's scary. Do you trust each other? Yeah, good answer. I love that he turned to her and you're like, we do. We trust each other, we promise. But like, can you imagine, like, I have trust issues because I had a friend, I'm talking about me, I had a friend who dated a guy for 4 years, it's still me, 4 years, he cheated on her, me, got the other girl pregnant, and then dumped her, me. Like, can you imagine? That's tough. I feel bad for my friend, just me. Because that's like, you know, you're like, how do I trust people now? Like, that's crazy. And it was during the pandemic too, you know? When they were like, stay safe, and he was like, I don't use condoms. They were like, do not come outside. He's like, I only come inside. It's tough, man. So tough. And like, I thought to myself, because I'm from Texas, I was like, who are honorable, trustworthy men? And I was like, oh, the military, right? And do for the troops, you know? And I was never in the military, but I only date military men because I've done my tours. And it hasn't worked out as well. Like, I date guys who join the military to help pay for college, you know? But by college, they mean child support. Like, that's the guys I date, right? Like, the first guy I dated was in the Army, and he had 2 kids, which is 2 kids too many for a 19-year-old, you know? Like, I was changing majors and diapers in the same week, you know? I had snacks for my stoner friends and play dates. Like, I was stepmom of the freshman class. Yeah. But like, I try. My friends were like, Jessica, well, maybe try different guys. Like, maybe go after like a CEO type, you know? Someone who drives a Tesla. And they're like, someone who knows the difference between affect and effect. I'm like, fair, you know? Who can spell Wednesday without saying Wednesday? Like, that's a good note. But like, there's just something about a guy in a suit getting out of a Tesla that's like, I feel like he would propose with a PowerPoint presentation, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'd be like, you cheated on me, and he'd be like, oh, I gotta circle back on that. I'm like, that's not, what? I don't know. But like a guy who's like getting off the bus with a gold chain and a backwards hat, I'm like, he served our country, I'll serve him. I love it. Like, it's just something about it. Gets me excited, I love it. I don't know though. I know I need to like work on myself. I go to therapy. Therapy's fun. Therapy's cool. It was wild. There was a time in my life where I was like, I don't need therapy. I am so normal. I was like, my siblings are my best friends. My mom loves me. Like, yeah, she raised us by herself because my dad passed away before my 8th birthday, but like, I got a bike that year. So like, I'm normal, you know what I mean? So therapy's been helping. I do need to work on myself because like, I'm a fun girlfriend. I'm fun. Like, I'll make you Easter baskets. I'll like, you know, be fun after work, right? But dating me is like going to visit an active volcano, you know? Like, this is exciting. It's a little exotic, a little dangerous. And then all of a sudden something like shakes it up a little bit and you're like, oh shit, she is Mexican. Like, that's me. All right, I gotta skedaddle, you guys. I'm just